Hi everyone! So I am here today with a quick video. I thought it would be fun to do a video on products that I've hit pan on. You guys know I always do a lot of empties videos, but I don't get to share a lot of the products that I'm using on a daily basis because it takes a long time to finish eyeshadows and blush and the like. So I'm going to show you a lot of powder products today that I have officially hit pan on, some just a little bit and some have hit like major pan, like I'm close to finishing the product, which is really exciting. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadows, and I have two palettes and two single eyeshadows to show you. The first eyeshadow is from Purely Pro Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Luxury. I believe I got this in one of my Glim bags, and I absolutely fell in love with this color. I hit pretty significant pan on this. There's a good chunk of it missing. For a long while I was using this as an eyeshadow pretty much every single day because it's a matte shade and I can easily wear it to work. But more recently I've discovered that this is the perfect eyebrow shade for me. I did actually use it today to fill in my eyebrows, and I absolutely love it as an eyebrow shade, and it will last a whole lot longer now because that's basically all I use it for. This is basically a taupe color and I really like it. I find it really flattering on my eyes, but like I mentioned, it is a great eyebrow color on me. The other single eyeshadow I've hit pan on is this MAC eyeshadow, and this is in Blank Type. This is also a matte formulation. This is actually their matte squared, I believe, when they still had this formulation. This is a cream colored shade that would be really good as a matte highlight under the brow. I also really like it under my eyes to set my under eye concealer. So this is a very versatile shade for me. I don't really like it all over the lid because it's a little bit too pale, but if I'm wearing like a brighter color on my lids, which is very rare, but if I do, this would be good as a base color all over the lid just to make those colors pop. Next up is this eyeshadow palette, and this is by NYX, and it is the Nude on Nude palette. I actually purchased this pretty much when I started on YouTube, and I was using it every single day for a long while. I used a lot of the matte shades for work. This one shade that is completely used up was a matte shade. This shade was like a dusty rose color. It was very similar to one of the shades in the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. I also really like the shimmer shades for like a nice weekend look or a night look. Just find this palette very versatile. So in the Nude on Nude palette, I hit pan on 5 different shades, and one of them is used up completely. So I thought that was pretty good. I don't think they make this palette anymore, but I really liked it. One thing I didn't really care for in this eyeshadow palette was the lip glosses that were also included underneath, but they did it in a smart way because the drawer slides out and you can apply the lip glosses without getting the eyeshadows all up in them. So I've had this palette probably for about 2 years now, and the lip glosses are still pretty clean in terms of like cross-contamination with the eyeshadow. So pretty happy with the eyeshadows of this palette, but the lip glosses were just so-so. I tried them a few times, but I don't really use lip glosses in this format, in like a palette format. Finally, the last eyeshadow palette I've hit pan on is this Inglot palette, and I was really surprised by how quickly I hit pan on this because I just purchased this when I went to Chicago in the summer. There's only one eyeshadow that I've hit pan on, and it is just a little tiny bit of pan. My husband says this doesn't really count because I basically dug a big hole in it, but nevertheless, pan is showing. In my Inglot palette, I chose a row of mattes and a row of shimmers, and I do use the matte shades much more because I use them on a daily basis when I do my makeup for work. So that is why I hit pan so quickly on this shade here. The Inglot shade that I hit pan on is a very deep, velvety chocolate brown. It is so pigmented, I barely touched my finger to the shadow, and it picked up so much beautiful pigmentation. It's just a gorgeous shade, and I love it. It is so creamy and buttery. The next product I've hit pan on is this one here, and this is a product I received in a glossy box. This is a cream concealer by Box Cosmetics. And I don't have a like Z palette or anything like that, so I just basically kept it in the packaging. Product looks like this, and as you can see, I've hit pan right in the middle. Actually used up a good probably half of this concealer. I tend to use it mostly in the wintertime because It's really creamy. I prefer something a little drier in the summertime. I very recently hit pan on this little sample of the Dandelion blush. This is probably one of my favorite blushes. This is a Benefit boxed powder. I received the sample in one of my top boxes, and I think it was the Privé box. I really love this blush. It's just the most beautiful, like, light pink shade, and the reason I was able to hit pan on this was because the color doesn't show up very well on my skin, so I can apply tons of it. I can be very liberal with my brush, and I really like that because I feel like I'm using more of the product, and I like seeing progress with my products. This blush is just a very light pink shade, and there is not much pigmentation, which is, like I said, why I was able to use it up so quickly. Probably can't even like hardly see the swatch on the back of my hand, but I just think it's a gorgeous color and I love it on my cheeks. I only have one more product that I hit pan on, and this is some major pan. This is a bronzer by Essence Cosmetics, and it's actually all rubbed off on the front, but this is the matte bronzing powder, and this is in the shade for lighter skin tones. So this is supposed to be for blondes, but I found the bronzer was quite deep and dark, so I chose this one despite my black hair. And basically it's just a matte bronzer. Don't know if it's going to show up very well, but it's great for contouring because it's matte, and I use this almost every single day to contour the hollows of my cheek, my jawline, my neck, I guess, and around the outside of my forehead. So really love this. What I'm probably going to do, because there are only like the edges left, I'm going to break that up so I can more easily get the powder onto my brush, and then I'm going to try to finish this up within the first few months of 2014. So that is basically it for the products that I've hit pan on. I hope you enjoyed this video. I haven't hit pan on too many products, but I'm happy that I have a few to share with you to show you that I do use my products on a daily basis, and I am trying to get through them. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until I see you again, please take care and bye for now.